Hey, what's going on? I'm Ross. This is my first video on my YouTube channel for this project. Basically, this project is going to be me doing videos similar to this. I can't imagine that they're always going to have this background, but just videos for me to upload to hold myself accountable, to continue to try to add value to both myself and to others. I go through a lot of great content on a weekly basis, and man, a lot of that stuff needs to be shared, and I don't know how I don't know how accessible some of that stuff is for everybody. So I think that would be something that would be cool if I did. And, I've been talking about that and thinking about that for a long time, much longer than I should have been thinking about it without actually doing it. So this is me putting a video together and kind of just going to throw it up there and see what happens. I'm sure I'll be learning a lot as I go, a lot of things to do better and a lot of things to avoid and some things to make sure I hit on and all that kind of stuff. So like I said, this is just the first video of many. I'm planning on trying to do this on a consistent basis where I'm going to be adding value to you. I'm going to be talking through some things. I go through a lot of content that I'd like to retain myself, and so I've heard that it's a really good tool that if you're able to teach it to other people, then you retain it very well, or a lot better than if you didn't. So I think that that's going to add some value to myself, and if that is the only thing it does, then that is the only thing it does. I also find myself like really kind of thinking things through as I talk to even an imaginary person such as the camera. So I know that that's gonna help me kind of get through and ascertain like where my thoughts are on some stuff, which will be, I'm sure, fun to kind of watch, at least myself, to kind of watch myself kind of get through the gears of my brain and let them turn and go, oh, this is the point that I'm arriving at. So yeah, I'm from Ohio, the great state of Ohio in the United States. I'm married. I've got 2 kids. They're awesome. 27 years old myself, and I keep myself pretty busy, which is a good thing. I definitely feel like there's a lot of things out there in the world to do that are worth doing. Not a lot of people out there go out and do it, sometimes out of fear, sometimes out of complacency, sometimes out of lack of discipline. So I certainly don't want to do it. I don't want to live life in a state of reacting from fear and shying away from challenges because of fear. And even with this video and creating it, it's something that I've thought about for a long time. And I would say that there was some amount of fear involved in actually going ahead and recording a video and uploading it to YouTube as like an introductory video for myself and what I'm doing. I want videos like this to be a constant train of thought. I don't really want there to be a lot of cut and go. I think it's a lot more authentic when I can just kind of get the thoughts out there and speak to you from like my heart, from my mind, from wherever the words come from. But yeah, subjects like that, I think like, oh, where do thoughts come from and things like that. Those are ones that interest me, but obviously I could probably talk for a while. But it's, stuff that I listen to and I'm like, oh man, that would be a good discussion piece for like a community to kind of have around. And I think long term, that's really what I'd like to do with with a project like this or with a platform like this, is kind of build up a community of people that kind of all gather around the same things and like to discuss, like to kind of connect with each other about certain things. And so I think that's going to be one of my topics, and one of my subjects is just going to be like some of the content that I'm going through on a weekly basis as I try to improve myself and improve my roles as a husband, as a father, as a contributor to society. So all of those kind of things I think is going to be kind of one point that I'm going to do in this project. I think I'm going to have another project, another branch off of the project, and that's going through like what I'm learning as far as like like business and finances and leadership and those type of atmospheres and things. I'm constantly trying to go through material that would impact me in those kind of ways, so I can become a better father, or become a better husband, a better, contributor to society and such. And so I think I'll probably try to do and have some of those videos as well, where maybe I go through some concepts, some ideas that I've recently learned, or that I've kind of got a good grasp on and stuff. And again, a lot of this stuff is going to be from a point of like wanting to teach it so I know it better. So I certainly don't think, at least for the first couple of years, that I'm going to be trying to come at you from a point of expertise. But at the same time, I know that when somebody really starts digging in and trying to master something and a subject and a part of life like that, it doesn't always necessarily mean that it's going to be a long time before they have some expertise in that realm. So with that being said, I know that there's some things that I think will definitely bring value to you, as well as bring value to myself as I learn how to teach it through this video, and maybe go back and kind of watch it go, that was good, and nah, that wasn't so good, and maybe I should have said this differently, or should have said that differently. So there's my daughter. She's in her high chair. She's wanting out, I believe. But I think that and then another one's just going to be like getting to know me better. And maybe I'll put my thoughts and opinions out there on X, Y, and Z. And because something else that I realized is, even if I threw this up on my Facebook and had everybody I know go and watch it, I bet if I had a video that was solely, oh yeah, let me give you my thoughts on this, that a lot of people would be like, oh, did not know that that's how you'd see it, Ross. Because I feel like a lot of times we paint each other into these boxes without ever really having a conversation about it. And then when you have the conversation, you realize, oh crap, I totally had him pegged wrong. Or, I had him totally pegged right, but I never realized the nuances of his thoughts on X, Y, and Z, or her thoughts on X, Y, and Z and such. Anyway, so I mean, that's really where I'm at. Like I said, there was a bit of fear involved with creating this video and making it and going ahead and posting it on my YouTube channel. So I thought, man, I just need to go and do it. I've been talking about it for far too long, and I'm just going to go and do it. So I don't really have that much to add, other than my personality is definitely one that's like I have pretty high energy, pretty people oriented. If you're a big fan of ET and his disc assessments, I don't think he's the first one to start that. I don't know who was, but anyway, I'm definitely like outgoing and people oriented. So with that, I normally talk quite fast. Depending on the material that I'm going to be covering, I might try to hone that in, or try to talk a little slower if I'm going through material that's kind of statistical, or if it's got a lot of numbers to it, or a lot of finer details, those kind of things. Maybe I'll try to slow down my pace some, and then otherwise, the pace that you've gotten so far during this video will probably be one going forward. So I just fair warning for you on that. If you think that, man, okay, like your energy, but you just talk a little too fast, happy to hear that, happy to accept that criticism, and then maybe try to work a way around it, because I've never really communicated in this medium before, where it's a video recording of myself and then other people are watching it to kind of give me feedback and stuff. And like I said, I really want this to be something that is a value add to you, and that's something that you can kind of come home or watch and kind of go, man, this Ross guy, he's kind of funny, kind of got this high energy to him. I like him, I like the content that he goes through. I like, the engagement that he has with the community and stuff like that. So I just, again, wanted to make a video and kind of put it out there that I'm Ross. I'm going to be starting to do these videos pretty often. I'd love to connect with you. Probably, probably whoever you are, no matter what, I'd probably like to connect with you, simply on the fact that I like talking to people. I like getting together and seeing what, I like connecting people. Like, oh man, that's great, man. You have this similar thought as this person, and you guys would probably get along great. I'd love to connect you, and those kind of things. That's kind of what I'm all about. So, with that being said, I hope you all are having a phenomenal day, a phenomenal night. I hope you guys have a great rest of your 2020. Can't believe we're already in 2020. I look forward to talking to you again. I look forward to you getting to know me a little bit more, and maybe in the comments and and through other ways and forums, I can get to know you guys who are watching this, and really just hope you're having a great one. So that I will see you guys later.